It started with a sound soft, deliberate, like a fingernail tapping glass from the other side. Ethan froze in the doorway. The apartment was empty. He was certain of it. He had checked twice after moving in that morning, opening every closet, peering beneath the bed, even pulling back the shower curtain as if expecting something cliché and terrible to be waiting there. Nothing had been. And yet, there it was again. Tap, tap, tap. The noise came from the bedroom. Ethan swallowed and forced himself forward. The wooden floor creaked beneath his feet, each step louder than it should have been. The door to the bedroom stood ajar, just as he'd left it. Inside, the late evening light stretched thin across the walls, turning everything a pale, uncertain gray. Tap. His eyes shifted to the mirror. It was the only piece of furniture the previous tenant had left behind, a tall, antique thing with a dark wooden frame carved in twisting patterns. Ethan hadn't thought much of it earlier. Just something old. Something heavy. Now it felt wrong. He stepped closer. The mirror reflected the room perfectly. The bed, the suitcase still half unpacked, the door behind him, and himself. But something in the reflection didn't match. Ethan tilted his head. So did his reflection. He raised a hand. The reflection followed. Everything was normal. Too normal. Tap. This time, the sound came from inside the mirror. Ethan stumbled back. His breath caught somewhere between panic and disbelief. He stared harder, trying to find the trick, the crack, the hidden speaker, anything. Then he saw it. His reflection was smiling. Ethan wasn't. The smile spread slowly across the reflection's face, stretching wider than it should, revealing teeth that looked just slightly too sharp. "No," Ethan whispered, shaking his head. The reflection didn't stop smiling. It raised its hand. Ethan didn't. And then it tapped. From the inside. Once. Twice. 3 times. The glass rippled like water. Ethan staggered back, but his feet felt heavy, as if the room itself was holding him in place. The reflection leaned closer, its eyes locked onto his, hungry, knowing. And then, in a voice that wasn't his own, it spoke. "You took too long." The surface of the mirror broke. A hand, his hand, but not his, pushed through, fingers stretching impossibly as they reached for him. Ethan tried to scream, but the sound died in his throat as the hand wrapped around his wrist. Cold. Unnatural. Pulling. The world lurched. For a moment, everything inverted, the room folding in on itself, the light bending, the air tearing like fabric. And then, silence. The apartment was still. The mirror stood untouched against the wall. Inside it, the room looked the same. The bed, the suitcase, the door, and Ethan. He stood there, breathing hard, staring out from behind the glass, pounding on it, begging. But no sound escaped. Outside the mirror, something adjusted its sleeve, glanced around the room, and smiled faintly. It looked at its reflection at him, tilted its head slightly, and whispered, "Much better." Then it turned off the light and left the room in darkness. From somewhere deep within the glass, the tapping began again.